Okay. I mean, there's lots of what are called former feminists on social media now, and they admit that they're wrong and want a man. Either they were feminists and now went with actually a very conservative, with a conservative man, or a man that it would be the antithesis of what they were always espousing about toxic masculinity. Men are basically, um, a tradesman drinks beer, has barbecues, and might go out hunting, out shooting, hunting, and that sort of thing. And what do progressives say? That's toxic masculinity. But there are women now that end up with that. They say, they finally admitted to themselves that they've been parroting what progressives and what feminism and feminists want, and they realize that's not them. That's not what they really believe in. Or there are other feminists that now they admit that they're wrong. That finally, after doing all that, no, I'm tired. I want a man. I actually want to be looked after for once. I want a man. I want someone to look after me now. I'm tired of going on, doing it on my own. And it's not surprising because, look, as I was saying, I don't do political correctness or progressiveness because under the umbrella of progressiveness, so to speak, because that serves no purpose. Then I'll be saying untruths and I cannot help. I would not be able to give true and proper advice that would be able to help people. So my show is putting political correctness aside, and we have to say things as it is. And that is women's role in history has been as a support person. Okay, that's why, even in caveman times, we were not really the hunter. We were there doing the skinning and the preserving. That was also a very important role, but because you need both. You need the hunter and you needed someone to do that. And because women were not out there, they didn't need to go out hunting, we did not need to have all that physical strength and stamina to be doing hunting as opposed to skinning and preserving. You don't need as much strength to do that. And that's fine. We have other skills. We have complementary skills. I mean, just like if you're right-handed, your right hand is your dominant hand. First thing you do, pick up a cup, you pick it up with your right hand. You don't pick up with your left hand. You go about and do things. If anything that just needs one hand to do, you use your right hand. However, anything more, then you use your left hand. And your left hand is not as strong as your right hand. Okay, it's the support hand. But it's not to say it's not important, because anyone that's lost their left hand would really miss it. Imagine even just going a day with your left hand tied behind your back, you are going to really feel it missing. And then you realize how important that it is. And so women are just as important as men, but we're not the same. And it's a great thing that we're not the same, because we bring other skills. We are complementary, not to be the same. The same is not good. You don't need two right hands. You need a right hand and a left hand. And so it's this aspect, and that's why women trying to be just going out alone on their own and trying to be the dominant partner, after a while they get very tired, very mentally exhausting, physically and also mentally, because that's not the role that we are naturally designed for. And there's this big thing that they put out about women being leaders, and so forth, pushing women into leadership roles, and they're disparaging that not many women are getting there. Oh, it's because of the system. But if you really think about it, women do not want to be in that position of leadership. Why? Because firstly, what you need to do to get there, you have to do those long hours to be able to prove yourself, to progress in your career, to justify, I guess, yourself getting those promotions and doing the tough. And it's mentally very tough, Women do not have the physical stamina, and when they do reach the CEO board, they find it's very tiring for them. So a lot of them do not want to go take that route because women have different priorities, and it's fine. Why do we need to be the same? We don't have to be the same to prove our worth. Okay? And so this goes back down to, yes, women want to look for I say generally, women want to look for a provider and a protector. And that's absolutely fine because they bring other things. There was one woman I remember on, I think it might have been TikTok, and she says, like, her husband buys the house, she turns it into a home. Okay, he might brings in the money to buy the food, buys the food, she turns it into a meal with their family, and that's the attitude that they have. I mean, complementary skills. So she then acknowledges and says that, yes, she's not the main breadwinner of the person out there, but she is actually a partner in that marriage, and she provides the complementary skills and does the complementary work. So it's all fine. Women should not fear of admitting that they want a provider and a protector, and they should not be ridiculed for wanting that as well, or belittled for wanting to be a stay-at-home mum. Okay, because there's nothing wrong with being one side of it and not trying to be the other side of it. Nothing wrong with women wanting to be women and men wanting to be men, and not expect men to be in touch with the feminine side and pushing women to be a leader and so forth. It's a yin and a yang. It's complementary.